It's your boy C-Money back with another video. Yes, keyword, back. C-Money is back with another video, guys. Oh god, it feels so good to finally be back and uploading videos, guys. I know it's been like 2 weeks since I've been able to upload. I had a lot of final, college stuff going on. I'm finishing my senior year of high school. I had to get some college stuff in, the final steps, of where I'm going to college and everything. I had to finish all that work and stuff. So, the truth is, I was just really busy. But again, it's like I said in the past, if you ever see me not upload for a week or two, it's really because I'm either away or I'm just busy. And because again, it's like I said a million times, sometimes life just gets in the way, and I'm unable to upload. But again, I always try my best to upload. Sometimes I just can't because of busy work. Like for the past 2 weeks, it's been all college stuff and like high school and college stuff. I had to finish up, but I'm here now. I'm back, and we got some stuff to talk about because we gotta talk about Backlash. I know it's been like, we talked about the end of WrestleMania, and then what? Raw, NXT, and then that was it. We didn't get to make Backlash predictions. We didn't get to talk about the Raw or SmackDown leading up to Backlash. No predictions. Nope, just... but I'm here now with my review for Backlash. So let's get right into it. I would have made reactions, but the problem was Saturday night when it happened, I went out for my friend's birthday, and then yesterday was Mother's Day, so I was all caught up with that and everything, had to spend time with my mom and stuff and my grandma's, but I said, you know what, Monday, we're going to talk about Backlash, alright? Today's Monday, we're talking about Backlash, so let's go. What a show, guys. This PLE was actually really good. Like, in my opinion, really good. There's been a lot of mixed reactions, I feel like from it. I would say majorities, either chill with it or they thought it was good. They thought it was okay, maybe. Some thought it was meh. Some thought it was pretty good. Some thought it was great. Some people think it was bad, but I don't know. I do not think it was bad, one bit. Like, I understand if you might think it was meh, but I don't think it was bad. Overall, I enjoyed it. The 5 matches, I loved it, and I enjoyed it. And there's a lot to talk about, which we have to get into. But for first, I would like to just take a moment, of remembering Sabu. Sabu passed away yesterday. If you don't know who Sabu is, a wrestling legend. Like this guy, when you think of ECW, you think of Sabu. Like, he was a maniac. Like, oh my god. Like, he also did spend some time in WWE, but he's mostly known for his time in ECW and the extreme table spots and the chairs and the barbed wire, all that. Oh yeah, he was an extreme guy, and I think he was 60 or something. He passed away. I don't think I heard why, the cause of death, but yeah, sad. Remembering legend Sabu. So, and I'm pretty sure he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, so rest in peace to Sabu. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was because again I haven't been able to upload for the past 2 weeks, so I didn't really get to talk about all these releases that happened. WWE was all over the internet with these the yearly releases that always happen. You have every single year during this time, the spring of every year, WWE will just release a bunch of superstars. I don't know why. I guess it's just because it's a contract thing, but yeah, it's sad that it is a yearly thing because this happens all the time. Every springtime, there's always a lot of releases. It happens all the time. There's always releases at the springtime. So the springtime, WWE always has their releases. Every springtime, WWE releases. And this year was really sad. Braun Strowman, Dakota Kai, Cora Jade, Eddie Thorpe. it's really sad. Like, I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I'm not really happy about it because Braun Strowman. I love Braun Strowman. He's been a hell of an athlete. He's put the problem with Braun Strowman being released that a lot of people have is he's put so many people over. Like, he's been putting over Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu and all, and then you just get rid of him? Like, what? Dakota Kai? Are you kidding me? Like, she was in the IC title picture. Cora Jade? What? Eddie Thorpe, he was in the NXT title picture. And like, oh. And there's others too, like Shayna Baszler, Jakara Jackson, like it's, and a few others as well. So, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but yeah, I'm not really happy about that. But yeah, again, that was like I think a week or two ago, I think that happened, but again, I was unable to upload, so we didn't get a chance to talk about the good old releases. Well, it's not really a fun thing to talk about anyway, so, but that was like a week or two ago. I just never got a chance to talk about it, but yeah, that happened like a week or two ago, and yeah, it's a yearly thing. Every springtime, WWE will always have releases, and it's just, it is what it is. So, but this I feel, but now that we talked about that, we talked about Sabu, rest in peace. Now let's talk about Backlash. Backlash, again, I loved it. It was a great show. Let's just get right into the main event. John Cena and Randy Orton for the last time. One last time. John Cena, Randy Orton. This match cooked, and I will not hear otherwise. I've heard a couple different opinions, and I'm going to tell you this right now. This match does not deserve 1 ounce of hate. If you are hating on this match, you better have a good reason why, because in my opinion, this match cooked. I loved this match. Way better than John Cena and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Nothing against my man Cody, but this was a much better match than John Cena and Cody. And that also had a lot of people, a lot of people were talking about that. Why was this match between Cena and Orton so much better than Cena and Cody? In my opinion, I think a couple people agree. John Cena and Cody Rhodes, I believe that match was bad because it was a part of the whole John Cena ruining wrestling thing. I think the ruining, John Cena wants to ruin wrestling. I think that's why that match was so bad. Because think about it, it's the main event of WrestleMania and it kind of sucked. So like right, because you have a slow match, a celebrity interference, a cheap ending with the low blow and belt to the skull. So it was a bad match, but I feel like that had something to do with the John Cena ruining wrestling thing. That's right. At least that's what I believe. Again, you have people saying like, oh no, that's not a part of the story. No, it is a part of the story. No, I feel like just the way it happened and the way I just believe that. I believe that the reason John Cena and Cody Rhodes, why their match stunk, was because it was a part of Cena's plan for ruining wrestling. But again, that's just what I believe. I may be wrong. That's just what I think of right now. As of right now, that's what I think. But again, I may be wrong. Who knows? But what else did I want to talk about? I want to think. Oh yeah, right. Because I was going off John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I also feel that this being John Cena and Randy Orton one last time, I feel like they had to make the match good because it was the last time Cena and Orton were going to face off one-on-one. They got to have it be a good match. Come on. And it was a great match. Backlash was in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis. They were loud. They were rowdy. Oh, it was great. You got RKOs, AAs. It was the old AA reversed into an RKO. I love that every time. Whenever there's a finisher reversed into another finisher, like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Whenever Roman Reigns goes for a spear, Seth Rollins counters with a pedigree. I love that. John Cena, AA, countered into the RKO. It's just so cool. I love those spots. And that was great. And then, you know, referee gets knocked down. Randy Orton hits Cena with an AA onto the announce table. It doesn't break at first, and then it kind of breaks because again, these new announce tables are like a lot, you know, metal and like tougher. So it didn't break, and then it kind of broke. But then he made up for it because he brought out another table and hit an AA. Orton hit an AA. He hit Cena with his own move, AA, through a table. So through a table and onto the announce table. So that was great. Then, you know, Randy's RKO, new ref comes in, 1, 2, Cena kicks out, and then Cena grabs the belt, goes to hit Randy with the belt, hits the referee, the second referee, in the face, so the second ref gets knocked down, and then Randy Orton with another RKO, but there's no official. Nick Aldis and all them are coming out to check on the refs. You know, Randy had John Cena beat for like a 20 count, but there was no ref. Nick Aldis and a bunch of officials came out. What does Randy Orton do? Obviously not happy because he had the match won, and there's no referee in sight because, you know, they can't just send out a third referee. So he's like, Nick, come on. Like, Nick Aldis is trying to address the situation. He's like, I had him beat. RKO to Nick Aldis. A third time. Randy Orton RKO'd Nick Aldis a third time. A third time he RKO'd Nick Aldis. But that wasn't it. He RKO'd another guy. RKO'd the Hurricane, Gregory Helms. RKO'd him. RKO'd Jamie Noble. RKO'd everybody. RKO. Then he was going for the punt kick. He was going to punt Cena right in the head. And then R-Truth comes out. R-Truth is like, no, don't, because again, R-Truth is the biggest John Cena mark. John Cena is R-Truth's childhood hero, right? Yeah, childhood hero, even though he's older. John Cena is R-Truth's childhood hero, even though R-Truth is older than John Cena. But again, I haven't been able to talk about it, but for weeks on SmackDown, it's been R-Truth, like, marking out for John Cena. He said to Randy, oh, you can't beat him. He's the last real champion. He's the greatest of all time. Like, last SmackDown, last Friday, he had a sign, let's go Cena. He was marking out, because R-Truth has no idea that, you know, Cena's a bad guy. Cena doesn't like the WWE Universe anymore. Cena doesn't like any of his fans, right? R-Truth doesn't really understand that. He still loves John Cena. So, but I didn't think he would actually get involved. He's like, Randy, don't, Randy, don't punt him. That's my hero. Randy's like, stupid! RKO's R-Truth. And he's like, why, bro? Why? Then Cena, low blow, title off the skull, 1, 2, 3. Same way he beat Cody at WrestleMania, he beats Randy Orton with the low blow and title off the skull. That's the same way he beat Cody. Now he beats Randy Orton the same way. Low blow, title to the skull, 1, 2, 3. Same ending. Same ending as WrestleMania. But, that's just, again, I love R-Truth, but come on, man. Like, really? R-Truth screws over Randy Orton. Now, again, this is just so funny because, like, again, R-Truth loves John Cena, doesn't really understand that he's a heel now, but he loves him, we all know that he loves John Cena, but I didn't think he would actually get involved. A couple people were saying that, oh no, R-Truth is going to get involved, and I'm like, really? Are you sure? And then because I never would have expected that he would have got involved, but he actually got involved and helped Cena win. I can't believe it. Oh, but that's not it. That's not it. Hold up, because then what happens at the press conference, the post show and the press conference, Triple H is speaking, right? You know, Triple H is doing his whole, you know, press conferencing, answering the questions. John Cena comes out and, like, whispers something in his ear, and Triple H is like, oh, no, I didn't know he was going to be here, but it's John's turn. He's going to answer your questions, because, you know, when the greatest of all time comes in, you have to give him that time. So John is going to be at the press conference now. And then Triple H just walked away. So John Cena just told the chief content officer, like, yeah, my time. All right, you're done. It's my turn. And Triple H is like, okay. Hey, John Cena gets what he wants. But, so, I just love the fact that he actually interrupted Triple H and took over his time. I love that. John Cena comes out, right, and he's saying, you know, which, if you didn't see the whole WrestleMania press, I'm not sure if I talked about it, but after he won the title at WrestleMania and he did the press conference after WrestleMania, he wouldn't answer any questions. Every question that was asked to him, he's like, that sounds like a clickbait question and poor reporting, clickbait question, poor reporting, yada, yada, yada. He said that every time, and it's just like, next. Didn't answer any questions. So he's like, I realized my mistakes. And like, you know, I realize that, you know, I have to be more nicer to the sports media community. So I have to field all questions. So that's what I'm gonna do. So, you know, he's trying to be a good guy. Which wait, hold on, because actually before we get to the press conference, very important. After John Cena after he beat Randy Orton, you know, he grabbed the microphone and he's like. I don't need you. What I need is competition. No one can stand up to me. I am the last real champion. You know, this is what the last real champion looks like. And then the fans start cheering for him. They start chanting, "Thank you, Cena. Thank you, Cena." They start cheering for him. And Cena almost cried. There looked to be so much guilt in John Cena's eyes. Like because it's all over the media. Like, is John Cena gonna turn face? Is he gonna become a good guy again? Like, because it was in that moment you could see in his eyes, like, he realized, like, oh my God, I fucked up. You know, I treat these people like garbage and they still cheer me. So maybe I shouldn't have turned heel. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Maybe I should be a good guy again. Like, man, but again, that's just the way it looked. Like, if you actually watch it, Cena was literally about to cry. Cena was about to cry. I'm not sure. He might have even cried. I don't know. But it looked like he was about to cry. Like, the fans were cheering for him as he's walking off, and thank you, Cena, and you know, and Cena looked like he looked guilty. Cena looked like he messed up. He's like, you could read his mind. He's thinking like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have turned my back on these guys. Yeah, so that was huge. That was huge because it really showed that, oh my God, John Cena may actually be turning back to being a good guy, turn face, because he looked really guilty in that thing. Yeah, oh, that was nuts, like nuts. But then what happens, right? He's at the press conference, right? We think he's a good guy again, right? No, because what does he do? R-Truth comes out to the press conference and is like, John, like, congratulations. I just want to say, like, how much I love you, like, no matter how much bad anybody treats you, I love you, John. Congratulations on your win. And, you know, like, I love you even if the WWE Universe say that you suck and can't wrestle. I still love you. John Cena stands up, grabs the microphone. He calls him by his real name, Ron. That was over the line. You say one more thing and there will be, or there will be repercussions. He's like, but I just wanted to say... Cena picks him up and AA's R-Truth at the press conference table. AA's R-Truth onto the press conference table. John, what are you doing? He helped you win. R-Truth is the one who helped you win. And you just AA'd him through a table? He was your biggest fan. What? What? Like, I mean, yes, I get it that, you know, you might not want to talk to R-Truth because he could be a little much sometimes, but he helped you win the match. Come on, John. He's your you're his childhood hero. Somehow. But yeah, so just crazy. The whole thing was just nuts because just the match itself between them cooked, and then the whole thing afterwards with John Cena getting all emotional, like showing signs of kind of guilt, like I said, like we could maybe see him turn back to being a face, and then him AAing R-Truth at the press conference, like what? Like, oh, just so much stuff just piled onto each other. Like, oh, it was great, man. It was great. The match was great. Afterwards, with Cena being kind of emotional and then putting R-Truth through the table. Like, what? I don't know, man. But now everyone's saying we may get Cena and Truth at Saturday night's main event. 2 weeks. Saturday night's main event, Cena and Truth. Who knows? And then maybe Cena and Punk at Money in the Bank. That's a big rumor. What if, because Punk also posted on his, I think it was Instagram, it said like, you know, it showed Cena and it said like a caption, Cena still WWE champion or something, and then Punk had a caption, for now. So what if we get CM Punk and John Cena at Money in the Bank? Because remember, we already had that match 2011, Punk Cena Money in the Bank, where Punk walked out with the championship. So what if we get Money in the Bank this year, Cena Punk? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. But the whole thing with Cena and Orton, awesome. Awesome. Now moving on to what opened the show. The Fatal 4-Way match for the United States Championship. Again, cooked. Oh my God, I enjoyed this Fatal 4-Way match so much. This match was great. They beat the hell out of each other. Jacob Fatu defends against LA Knight, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. They tore the house down. What a way to open the show. They're all going at it, spot after spot, finisher after finisher. Damian Priest with the South of Heaven to Drew McIntyre. It, like, off a equipment thing, through 2 tables, like in the crowd that they were fighting. Put him through 2 tables with a big South of Heaven. And then, you know, LA Knight is about to beat Jacob Fatu, but Solo Sikoa comes out. Or no, LA Knight had Jacob Fatu on the announce table. He was going to go with a big elbow drop through the table. Solo came out and moved Jacob out of the way. And then LA Knight's like, what the heck? From out of nowhere, bam! A big clothesline. Jeff Cobb, one of the hottest free agents right now, Jeff Cobb, comes and beats the crap out of LA Knight. Now, at first, I didn't know who he was, but then I did research. Jeff Cobb had some time in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and not only that, he has history with Jacob Fatu. That's why. So what happened was, he comes out, beats up LA Knight, like, Solo, like, directing, Solo has recruited another beast. Like, we keep adding people to the bloodline. We're still adding people to this new bloodline. Like, Solo gets Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb beats up LA Knight. Jacob Fatu sees him. He's like, Jacob Fatu had no idea what was going on. He was so confused. He was looking at both of them. Got LA Knight back in the ring. Big moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Jacob Fatu retains. And then again, he's walking back and he's just so confused. Because number one, Solo probably never told him that he was going to do this, right? Because, you know, again, they keep teasing this Solo going to be turning on Jacob soon. Like, they keep teasing it. So, especially after this, like, Jacob had no idea. Like, Solo probably did not tell Jacob that this was going to happen. So, Jacob was so confused. Especially, not just because Solo didn't tell him, but also the fact, because if you actually go back and, like, and look it up, Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb have a history with each other. They have, like, I'm pretty sure I know they faced each other in the past, but they were rivals. Like, it was a rivalry between Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb. So, Solo, what do you do? You're bringing Jeff Cobb into WWE, a man who has had history with Jacob Fatu? Like, what? Like, what are you doing, Solo? Like, so Jacob Fatu, rightfully so, very confused, because number one, Solo didn't tell him. Second of all, it's pretty obvious that he didn't tell him. Second of all, it's Jeff Cobb who has a history with Jacob Fatu. Why would you bring someone who had history with, like, a bad history with Jacob Fatu to help him retain? What? Right. What? Solo. What are you planning? What are you planning, Solo? I don't know, but I don't like it. All right. So, but Jeff Cobb debuts in WWE. That was crazy. Oh god. Then we had women's IC title match. Again, another good match. Lyra Valkyria defeats Becky Lynch. But after the match was over, Becky Lynch just started beating the crap out of her and then left her laying. Lyra might even have a broken nose, they said. But, you know, great match. Lyra Valkyria retained. Then we had Dominic Mysterio retained the IC title against Penta. Another pretty good match between Dom and Penta. Dom picks up the victory because El Grande Americano gets involved, which I figured was going to happen. Because Penta's been kind of having some things with Chad Gable recently, so I figured that since he's kind of feuding with Chad Gable a little bit, maybe El Grande Americano will get involved and try to cost him the match. And what happens? El Grande Americano gets involved and costs him the match. Because he has that metal piece in between his mask. Gave Penta a headbutt. And then Dom hit the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. So, Dominic Mysterio defeats Penta and retains the IC title with help from El Grande Americano. Now, who's the El Grande Americano? The new Speed Champion, by the way. New Speed Champion. But, I mean, now this has got to build up for Worlds Collide. Like Penta and Rey Fenix against El Grande Americano or something. And maybe that's when we finally get the unmasking of at Worlds Collide, where AAA and WWE have their combined thing at Worlds Collide. Like, are we going to see the big unmasking of El Grande Americano then or later? I don't know, but this builds into that, though, because Penta... Now, El Grande Americano beat Rey Fenix at WrestleMania with shenanigans. Now he screws over Penta. So now they both have beef with El Grande Americano. So this... Right, so this is... it's going to be very interesting between them. And then the last thing we have to talk about is Pat McAfee and Gunther. This match was honestly pretty good. I feel like... in my opinion, it wasn't like a great match, but it was good. For enough with the hate. For someone who doesn't wrestle as often, Pat McAfee does not wrestle. He is not a full-time wrestler. The stuff he was doing in the match, though, was pretty impressive. The punishment he was taking, the chops and chops and chops. Give Pat McAfee credit, all right? Like, because it was a good match. It wasn't great, but I thought it was all right. And I also feel that people were expecting more, because people were expecting Goldberg to come out, and we would get Goldberg and Gunther, maybe even Brock or someone to come out. Like, I feel like people were expecting a lot more, because what happened was it was a good match. Michael Cole, however, Michael Cole got involved because first of all, he apologized ahead of time. He's like, I am going to be extremely biased in this match. And then, you know, halfway through the match, Michael Cole takes off his headset, goes to rings, like he stands by the ring and he's cheering on Pat. He's like, come on, Pat, come on. And then what happens is, you know, like he's saying to Gunther, just end it. Like, just end it. Pin him. Leave him alone. It's over. You proved your point. Gunther grabs Michael Cole, is going to give him a power bomb, but then Gunther gets back involved. But, Gunther tries to hit Michael with a powerbomb, but McAfee fights, he tries to defend Michael Cole, but then McAfee gets laid out again. Then they did the whole, like, Bobby Heenan thing, where, McAfee was going to lift up Pat. Michael Cole grabbed Gunther's leg and was holding it down, and it was a 1-2, but Gunther kicked out. We almost had a little like screw job right there. Michael Cole almost screwed over Gunther. He held down his leg. But Gunther kicked out, then he locked Pat in the sleeper. Pat tried to break it. Pat actually locked Gunther in a sleeper, but Gunther fought out of it, locked Pat in the sleeper. Pat was able to make it back to his feet, but then he fell back down and he passed out. Gunther defeated Pat McAfee, but in the end, he showed him a little respect. Like, they're both standing and he's like, you know, he's giving him like a hats off, like you put up a good fight. So, again, just impressive showing by Pat McAfee. For someone who's not really a wrestler, he did a good job. So I'm proud of Pat McAfee. I love Pat McAfee. I'm proud of him. And, and Gunther with the victory, which I predicted because I knew after just losing his championship at WrestleMania, they couldn't make him lose to Pat. Because I said that. Because then you're taking a man who's longest reigning IC champion, former World Heavyweight champion, and then he's going to lose to Pat McAfee? No. So unless like Goldberg came out or something, but he didn't. So I knew, other than if Goldberg came out, I knew Gunther had to win. Again, if Goldberg came out, then that's a different story. But if that didn't happen, which it didn't happen, I knew that Gunther had to win because he needed to get that win after losing to Jay at WrestleMania. Gunther needed that win. Now the question is, what now? Is Goldberg going to come back? Is Goldberg gonna come back tonight on Raw? Like, what is, like, is Michael Cole still kind of gonna, because Gunther like grabbed Michael Cole, he grabbed him in the ring, like he was about to give Michael Cole a powerbomb, like this. Like, are they still gonna have beef? Like, what's gonna happen? What's next? Like, because that's the problem with Gunther, is that what is next? 80% of his career in WWE, he's been a champion. So what can you possibly do now? Like you bring Goldberg back, all right, but what else? What else is there? Like, besides Goldberg, Brock, like what else is there for Gunther to do? That's right. So I feel like that's like, I feel like that's going to be interesting, seeing what's next for Gunther. But again, great showing by Pat McAfee. Gunther picked up the victory, and that was Backlash. Oh my God, guys! Again, personally, I enjoyed the show. I thought it was great. Again, so much stuff with John Cena. And then John Cena retains against Randy Orton. Randy Orton gets screwed. But and that's the other thing. R-Truth, quit WWE right now. Because Randy Orton is going to kill you. Randy is going to kill R-Truth. Like, R-Truth, if I were you, I'd run now. Like, oh God. And John Cena won't protect you because he'd put you through a table. Like, this. Oh God. But no, again, I really loved the PLE. I thought it was great. John Cena, Randy Orton was great. The aftermath of John Cena getting emotional, again, that leaves us scratching our heads like, is John Cena going to go back to being a good guy or like what? Because he was definitely showing emotion and guilt. So you saw it in his eyes. So that was really crazy. And then just the whole press conference thing, putting R-Truth through a table. Like, what? Put R-Truth through a table. So just, again, Backlash was awesome. Again, rest in peace to WWE Hall of Famer. I'm pretty sure he's a Hall of Famer. Sabu. And then, we talked a little bit about the releases and everything. That sucks, but again, it is what it is. And yeah, I thank you guys for watching my Backlash 2025 review. Again, I apologize that there weren't really any videos uploaded the past 2 weeks. Again, my fault. Again, I had a lot of busy work with college and high school. I'm finishing high school and everything. So a lot of stuff was going on. That's why I wasn't able to upload. But again, I'm here now. And again, like I said before, whenever you see me not upload like how I did, like how I wasn't uploading the past 2 weeks, it's because of busy work or I'm away on vacation. Otherwise, I'm going to be here or I'm going to be trying 100% to be here. So just always know that, though. I know I say it all the time, but I always try my best. And if I can't upload, it's either because I'm busy with school or something or vacation. Otherwise, I'm going to be here. So sorry about that. Just a lot of busy work. That's why I wasn't here the past 2 weeks. But I'm here now because I love this place. YouTube is my home. I say it all the time because it's the truth. It's the God-honest truth. I love you guys. I thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all your support. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Subscribe for more. C-Money is back. And like I said before, I ain't going anywhere. Love all you guys. Stay tuned. Raw reactions will be uploaded tomorrow or Wednesday. Make sure you turn your notifications on. But leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe for more, and C-Money is out.